The feud between Trump and Elon just reached a fever pitch, with Elon dropping nothing short of a bombshell.
Oh, it's not going well between Trump and Elon. Here's what's happening. So Elon recently left the administration in his status as a special government employee, and they had a brotherly news conference where they were patting each other on the back just last week. And then Elon said, I can stand it no longer. I have got to say what I feel. The big, beautiful bill is an absolute abomination, a disgusting abomination, ridiculing the amount of spending and the amount of pork that's in there, these pet projects that you've got to give this lawmaker or that in order to get them to be a yes on the bill. And he's ripping on it, and Trump is selling it at the same time.
Yes, Democrats are celebrating everywhere on social media. This is the day they have been waiting, and something wrong is going on. I understand that you might have seen this. I have a couple of videos. I'm going to show you what exactly is going on. When you take a look at this, Elon Musk dropped the really big bomb. This is a tweet from Elon Musk. Time to drop the really big bomb. Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein file. That is the real reason why they have not been made public. Have a nice day. A lot of people are saying this is staged. Some are putting out, tweet videos about it.
I'm not even going to grab my mic for this. Feud is still going on. Donald Trump had responded saying he was going to remove Elon Musk's governmental subsidies on his electric vehicle. Not a state that he lost his mind when Trump told him that he was going to pull the electric vehicle mandate from any of the legislation. And then Elon Musk came out, well, it's time to drop the big bomb then. The real Donald Trump is on the Epstein files. That's the real reason why they've not been made public. Have a nice day. Bruh. Ladies and gentlemen, I firmly believe what you are witnessing here is the death of the two-party system. First it was the Democrats. We had Joe Biden, all the Joe Bidens for 4 years, the nonsense, the embarrassment, wrapped it all up with Joe Biden's diagnosis, and the auto pen. The Democratic Party lost more people during Joe Biden's term than any party has ever lost. I swear to goodness, they don't have anybody left. I don't know how that party's still standing. When one comes down, so must the other, and that's where we're at right now. Watching the death of the Republican Party. Divide, the split, the break off. I'm not the only one that thinks so, because an hour or so ago, Elon Musk tweeted this out, that it's time to create a new political party in America that actually represents 80% of the middle. And it was a poll, yes or no. Yes is when I said yes. A huge fan of dismantling the two-party system, getting rid of Congress. I'm a huge fan of just burning this entire thing to the ground. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the gaslighting. I'm tired of the theatrics. I'm tired of them wanting to be influencers. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of them not doing their jobs. I'm tired of them getting paid $175,000 a year plus all the insider trading subsidies to literally do nothing. They work 18 weeks out of the year, at $175,000 a year. My husband works 50, 55 hours, maybe 60s in some weeks. He gets called in on weekends. He's always on his phone. The man works. He makes almost he doesn't even make $100,000 a year. He works constantly, and he's worked on holidays. And burn this thing to the goddamn ground and do whatever you need to do to make it happen. We'll live. We'll survive. We've prepared for this. There'll be no world war. That's not going to happen. This is going to be, revolutionish. I feel like Elon Musk is going to lead the way. Love him or hate him, Elon Musk and his army of robots, which is kind of scary too. Hold on. Just hold on. It's going to get bumpy. Might be fun though. Content for days. Ooh, my sourdough bread is ready. I put blueberries in it. I'll show you in a little while.
Yes, I don't usually like to put my mouth into situations like this, but I don't like to see people, of this caliber fighting. Yes, some says this is staged. I don't see it that way. Elon Musk is not happy with the whole thing. Some are attributing it to something else. There is something that triggered my attention. Trump put this out. Elon was wearing tin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. I don't know if this is actually the problem here, because when you look at the whole situation, what Elon Musk actually was focused on, it is about this bill. Yeah, that has been his focus throughout. Now, a lot is coming out. This person is saying this. I want to know your opinion. Who are you supporting in this case?
Oh, it's not going well between Trump and Elon. Here's what's happening. So Elon recently left the administration and his status as a special government employee. And they had a brotherly news conference where they were patting each other on the back just last week. And then Elon said, I can stand it no longer. I have got to say what I feel. The big, beautiful bill is an absolute abomination, a disgusting abomination, ridiculing the amount of spending and the amount of pork that's in there. You know, these pet projects that you've got to give this lawmaker or that in order to get them to be a yes on the bill. And he's ripping on it, and Trump is selling it at the same time, and clearly has a disagreement with Elon about this. So Trump had been holding his fire. Elon went off for 2 days in a row, started Tuesday, continued Wednesday. Trump didn't say anything. He let off some steam. But you know how Trump is. Like, you keep poking the bear, and the bear is going to give you the claw eventually. And it just happened. Here's the first soundbite from Trump behind Ready. But he came out and said, I would have won Pennsylvania without Elon. And suggested maybe he's suffering from some Trump derangement syndrome. Oh, God. And then Elon came out. Oh, by the way, Trump also said, I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anyone. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden, he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out we're going to have to cut electric vehicle mandates, EV mandates, subsidies for, green energy and like places like Tesla. He hasn't said anything bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in Elon. And then Elon came out and said, okay, first of all, false. This bill was never shown to me, not even once. It was passed in the dead of night so fast that almost no one in Congress could even read it. Whatever, he continued on X. Keep the EV and solar incentive cuts in the bill. Fine. Even though there are no oil and gas subsidies, none of those are touched. Very unfair. But ditch the mountain of disgusting pork in this bill. In the entire history of civilization, there's never been legislation that is both big and beautiful. Everyone knows this. Either you get a big and ugly bill or a slim and beautiful one. Slim and beautiful is the way to go. And here was that soundbite with Trump going after him on Pennsylvania. Elon tweeted out, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House, and Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Such ingratitude. Oh, your thoughts?
Oh, man. Well, maybe this was all too good to be true, Megyn.
We love that first hour. That first hour is so fun.
I know. Now it all crumbles. This sort of super team combo with Elon and Trump was always one of those things you've wondered about how long it might last, right? I mean, they're two very big egos, two people who do not like to back down at all and kind of live their lives with, I'm going to say whatever I want about whomever I want. I think there's a lot of Republicans who would be terrified of taking on Elon Musk, from him obviously controlling X to the fact that he's kind of like became, the Republicans' biggest benefactor, right? Like maybe that's one of the reasons why this took a couple of days. But frankly, when you start saying stuff to Donald Trump like you would not have won without me, I don't know that there's anything that you could say to Donald Trump that would piss him off more than that sentence. I fear
other
that
than you lost in 2020. Those two,
right? Yes, those two things, and they're very closely related, right?
Yes, Ron DeSantis is now blowing up on Trump. When you take a look at this, Elon stood tall and took the heat to lead the fight on Doge, cutting wasteful spending and exposing bloated government programs. The media attack him, the left panic, but now even Republicans in Congress are backing down. They are fully funding programs like USD and abandoning their promises to make real long-lasting cut to the woke-left spending habit. Governor Ron DeSantis isn't backing down. He launched Ron Park to elect real consecutive who won't cave to the swamp. So you can see how this fight is turning out. This will be the time that people will realize who is actually on whose side, because people in Congress are dangling. Yeah, some want to support Elon, some want to support these other people because they are scared of this midterm.
Well, Mike, you.
I want to appreciate people that are supporting me on this platform. I'm grateful. If you notice, sometimes I usually add videos at the end of my clips. That is for the YouTube algorithm. They refuse to recommend videos sometimes, so it's necessary.
Who effing who?
People line up for my advice, and you're walking away like I'm stupid. It's like I've written books, I've given speeches.
Why don't we choose more carefully who we're going to lionize? Not just us, but like the Harvards and the MITs of the world. Look,
There are just many natural reasons why marriage, infertility, trying to have kids makes things difficult. It's like I try to tell couples, of course it's hard. Just listen to what I said.
there's something wrong with this person. Like, she's seriously depressed here, and actually found a way to bitch and moan about how hard it is to live in the White House.
What did you make of Donald Trump's post this morning alleging that since I said I hate Taylor Swift, she's no longer hot?
Justice will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial.
Require Carmelo to run. He had
100.
Has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification.
This is not going to end. Right is right and wrong is wrong. All good.
If you see any clips after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm.
What if he says self-defense? There's no self-defense. The kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you look at the facts of the case and compare the two. You have to compare who was the initial aggressor.
Bedroom, because she's fearful of what might happen to her.
Followers for anything. And then the
Registration Act is
talking about this man, Killmonger.
My summary of the first 100 days is that
If film and TV productions continue to
First term, and you will be very...
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does every year. This Carmelo Anthony case.
Live in the White House. Many people
Like a little unhinged drunk.
And black people don't want to live around wretched black people.
everyone. So here's two things.